Hello and welcome back to Shakesyear. We are working on Edmund Ironside and we're going to finish up Act 5, Scene 1 today, which means we're very close to the end of the play. There's only one more scene left, but it's still going to take us about a week to get through it. So anyway, we get to hear from Edricus again. He's been talking a lot in this scene because remember, he was doing sort of the double agent thing, but when we had the pantomime bit of the war going on, we had Edmund's side and Canutus' side fighting, and then Edricus goes over to Canutus' side, and that's what sort of wins the war for Canutus. And Canutus is like, great job, I'm not going to forget about you. And Edricus is like, you better not. I got to go talk to Edmund and make sure that he's not going to kill me, basically. So Edricus shows back up on Edmund's side of the camp, where Edmund is livid that he has just lost, and we haven't gotten to really see this side of him yet, but he's calling Edricus a betrayer and a sycophant and a hypocrite and all these sort of things. And he's like, I saw you run away on the battlefield. And Edricus, who has come in and he's got like his arm wrapped up in a bandage, whatever, he comes in and he's like, no, I wasn't running away. Like, I was running to you to get away from him and not the other way around, and all these things. And all the other lords around Edmund are like, yeah, no, we saw you running away. And I imagine it gets a little cacophonous at this point with everybody saying, no, you ran away, and him saying, just let me speak, and I can explain everything. And Edmund is finally like, okay, fine, speak. What do you have to say for yourself? And Edricus says, seeing your grace so forward to the fight, viewing the Dane to march so bravely on, pricked forth with shame, I, as the foremost man, not suffering the Dane to set on us or to approach your grace without a blow, stepped forth, intending to encounter them and to assail the rearward with my band till you upon the forefront held them play. But see how good intents are ever thwarted. Ere I could get the wind to compass them, your drum's retreat did cause your forces flee. Yet fled not I afoot until such time as, quite bereft of hope, I was compelled. Witness this arm, this serviceable arm that in despite of death did save my life. Witness these scars which, if your grace will see, they'll tell my foes unto their face they lie. So this is, to be frank, this is Edricus talking out of his butt to save his butt. It's a monologue about butts, except not really, but kind of, because he's like, okay, picture the battlefield. You are at the front of it, and we've got Canutus attacking, and I didn't want Canutus to, like, strike you. I didn't want him to get too close, so I figured that I would go around to the back of his troops. I'd try to get him from behind, hence the butt thing. I'd try to get him from behind while you're in front, and then we can like squish him in between. That was my plan. But before I could actually get behind him, your drums sounded the retreat. So you all ran away while I was going there. And I promise you, I didn't start running away until after you guys did. And then, he's pointing to the fake bandage on his arm, and he's like, look, I have all these scars that'll tell you I was in there and I was fighting for you. And Stitch at this point is like, yeah, check out them fake scars that you got on your arm. We have to imagine that Stitch is standing like over there where other people can't hear him, because his remarks are very pointed in calling Edricus out on his lies. And Edmund is like, well, I guess that could make sense. And Edricus is like, yeah, if anybody wants to say otherwise, my man Stitch over there can vouch for me. And Stitch is like, yeah, I can vouch that you're a flat out liar. But Edmund falls for it. And Edmund is like, okay, I've heard you, and that makes sense. And thank you. You are my friend coming back here now under these circumstances. So everything is forgiven. Let's I go in and regroup, sort of, and figure out where to go next. And Edricus gets a little aside where he's just like, well, what an idiot this guy is. And Stitch sort of gets to echo that sentiment in one last line of just sort of like, look at these morons. And then this scene is over. So that's the end of Act 5, Scene 1. We've only got the one scene left to go, but there are about 6 monologues left in it. So there's still some stuff that needs to be resolved here, and we will see how it all resolves when you come back tomorrow for more. I'll see you then. Mwah.